Getting into the video, as you can tell by the thumbnail on your screen, we're going to be going over the Buffalo Bills 2022 preseason preview. So all you Bills Mafia guys out there and gals, this one's for you guys. Ready. Get your tables ready. Pull your trailers up, because we're diving in to this preseason preview. Boom. Anyways, before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you're notified anytime that we upload one of these great videos for you guys. But with all that being said, let's go! I lost gang members, I can't act cool. I got gang scriptures in my tattoos. I was running from the police in my trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back fool. Come from nothing, but I blossomed to a tycoon. Betrayal scars, can't stop thinking about them stab wounds. We might not catch him today, but he gon' die soon. Alright, starting it off, I'd just like to say...
hold up. I'd like to say yes, thank you, Michael.
Shout out to
Michael,
shirt.
The big Patriots fan, Josh Allen. Will you say it, Michael, please? We need you to say it out loud.
Josh Allen, will you come in my ass? I mean, cream pie me. Daddy
so
Josh.
We do a pick 'em every week, basically, and Michael was the one that lost. And I was like, what is the most embarrassing thing for a Patriots fan to have to do? And I thought, Josh Allen busting all over a Patriots fan, and you have to wear the shirt asking for it. So, that's all. That made me feel good.
Except he bought me a long sleeve. Who wears long sleeves?
You asked for it, you cuck.
I didn't ask for a long sleeve. I thought it was a short sleeve. And I asked for the other shirt because it was more appropriate. So I'm sorry if any of you guys found that a little sensitive. I tried.
If you guys are interested in buying this shirt, Bills fans, because I know I was, you can find it online. Just look it up on Google. Met plenty of sites sell it.
tpublic.com.
Yep. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsored video, but tpublic.com. Great
You
shirts.
don't have any sponsors.
No, not at all.
That's
but TeePublic, if you did want to sponsor us, we would totally take it. I spend way too much fucking money there.
I'd take a lot from TeePublic. Anyways, off topic here. Getting into last season stats, we always like to jump into those before we go into other offseason moves, draft stuff, and other things. But going in from last season, you guys were 11-6, third in points scored with 483, first in points allowed with 289. And these stats are provided to you by PFF.com. So if you like PFF.com, good for you. If you don't like PFF.com, then I'm sorry. Nothing I can do for you. They were the 9th overall team last year. They were 12th ranked offense, the tied 7th ranked defense, and the tied 8th special teams. So
wow, what a good team.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can be third in points scored and everything and have the 12th offense and had the least amount of points scored on them, but they're the tied 7th defense. It's kind of crazy how that works, but that's just PFF's grading system. So, yeah.
Bills fans, got a question for you before we get into it. Browns fan here, Lake Erie bro. Honorary member, can I be a Bills fan? Will you guys accept me? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm thinking about taking the Bills.
That's not how it works.
I think I should be allowed to. So
Browns suck. I'm gonna switch my team.
I was a fan when they were 0-16 and 1-15 and 2-14. Shut up.
Browns suck. I'm switching my team.
I hate this dude. All right, moving on. Key players lost. Mikey, who did they lose last year? I'll let you read that fucking mouthful.
Browns still suck. I'm switching my team. Anyways, they lost. Oh gosh, how are they ever gonna continue? They lost Mitchell Trubisky. Basically the second coming of Jesus right behind Josh Allen.
I love kissing titties.
Oh, man. Yep, lost him. Lost another QB in Davis Webb. He's now with the Giants, and Trubisky's with the Steelers. Oh, and you guys lost another quarterback. Who's the backup? I know who it is, but it's Case Keenum. But you guys lost Jake Fromm, quarterback. Another one gone. He's on the Giants. Cole Beasley, he's gone.
I wonder why picked him up.
Huh?
I wonder why no one's picked him up.
Cole Beasley? Because he plays with broken legs all the time.
Well, that and he refuses to do anything COVID-related to help himself at all.
Nah. I thought my body, my choice. Anyways, Emmanuel Sanders, wide receiver, he's no longer on the team either. Malik Williams, he's gone. Matt Breida, he is now with the Giants. Giants just picking up a bunch of these guys here. There's a couple more coming up, anyways.
It's almost like the offensive coordinator went to head coach the Giants.
It's weird how that works. Christian Wade, another running back, gone. John Feliciano, guard, he is now with the Giants as well. Darrell Williams, right tackle, he's a free agent. Will Ulmer, he's a tackle, he retired. Levi Wallace, corner, he's now with the Steelers. A.J. Klein, linebacker, he's a free agent now. Harrison Phillips, D-tackle, he's with the Vikings now. Vernon Butler, D-tackle, he's with the Raiders now. Star Lotele, he's a defensive tackle, he's no longer on a team, he's a free agent. Justin Zimmer, D-tackle, he is also a free agent. Mario Addison, defensive end, he's with the Texans. Jerry Hughes, another defensive end, he's with the Texans as well. F.A. Obada, defensive end, he is with the Commanders. And then Brian Cox Jr., another defensive end, he's on the hang a banner for any time someone does something. Oh, sorry, it says the Colts. He's with the Colts now.
Apart from like the actual like in-depth stuff we can talk about,
that is
the most I think we've done now in one of these reviews. I think that's the most players left from a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of injuries, and I think with like COVID and all that kind of stuff, they were able to keep a lot of these players technically on the roster somehow, some way. There's some players like Mario Addison, Jerry Hughes, Breida, Sanders, Beasley, and Trubisky that are like more important than Harrison Phillips, but all these players didn't really play that much. Oh, and Levi Wallace. So I think a lot of it is just them shedding kind of like their fluff for their main core.
Yeah. And then I'll do the signings that we got, and then Dylan, he's got the draft just after that. With all those positions lost, obviously you guys had a really big offseason and signing stuff. So I'm just going to kind of go over the important ones instead of going over every single one. Case Keenum traded from the Browns. Backup quarterback. Jamison Crowder, wide receiver, taking that Cole Beasley role, most likely. 1 year, $2 million. O.J. Howard, a tight end, getting signed from the Buccaneers, is now on there, which is kind of interesting with Dawson Knox already, who seemed to step it up last year. You guys didn't get what's his name from the Commanders that I cannot remember on the top of my head at the moment.
Rudolph?
No, the running back.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name either. J.D. McKissick.
J.D. McKissick. Thank you, Mikey. So then you guys went and picked up Duke Johnson instead. He could be used in the passing game. He's a shifty guy. You guys also picked up Ryan Bates. Big signing right here, 4 years, $17 million, a guard. You guys picked up a lot of guards.
Well, they re-signed him. He was on the Bills last year.
Yeah, you guys picked up a lot. You guys also picked up Daquan Jones from the Panthers for 2 years, and Tim Settle and Jordan Phillips. So you guys replenished that D-tackle room. And then I would have to say that with the DNs, you guys got better. You picked up Von Miller for 6 years, $120 million, even though it's not that much actually. And then Shaq Lawson as well from the Jets. So I'd say a pretty good offseason. The only thing I don't think they really hit on was corners, and that was kind of an area of need. But it seems like they may have went into the draft with that, Dylan.
Yeah. So I'll kind of go over the draft real quick. I think they traded somehow with this pick. I forget exactly how they got up to Kyer Elam, but he's a press man corner. I think he's gonna be a very interesting cornerback. I actually really like him a lot, and he sounds like he's a tape specialist. He loves to watch tape. He likes to be in the playbook and understand, be on the same page and everything like that with what is on the playbook and everything like that. So I think he's going to be a very smart cornerback. I think he's going to be maybe not the most impressive the first season, but I think he will definitely have one of the longer careers. I think he'll be a great veteran for a long time. But yeah, so the rest of the draft is pretty interesting as well. We got James Cook, who's a great receiving threat out of the backfield from Georgia. He is Dalvin Cook's younger brother. Also added Terrell Bernard, another linebacker to kind of throw in that linebacker core there. Gage definitely loves this pick. Khalil Shakir, one of the better slot options to have throughout the draft. Playmaker, I think people were a little hesitant on arm length size, which, that's a discussion in and of itself. But a lot lower of a pick than a lot of people projected for him. Then they got Punk God Matt Araiza. I think he was from San Diego State, if I'm not mistaken.
Yup.
And he just boots them. So that would be good for that cold win in Buffalo.
Excuse me.
And yeah.
No, I burped. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, you're good. They also added in the later rounds on day 3 Christian Benford, Luke Tenuta, Balin Spector. Names that I honestly haven't heard. They're going to be either camp fodder or special teams kind of people. So we'll see where they end up after the 53 man is finalized later on in a couple weeks. But overall, I think it's a very solid draft, especially adding some needs there with the cornerback and the running back right off the bat. But yeah, that's kind of their whole draft.
Yeah, I loved the Khalil Shakir pick. He is an incredible player. The fact that you guys got him in the 5th round is really good. He's going to be a really solid player for you guys. Everything
I'm
about
surprised he doesn't have a nickname like Lil Shakir or something like that. I feel like that would be a good nickname for him. But no, I think he'll produce. I mean, he's got a few people ahead of him on the depth chart. On just list of importance, especially Stephon Diggs. I think he'll carve out a role somewhere on that team. He's a special talent for sure.
Yeah. That's kind of like it for like all the off-season moves you guys made. Apart from the coaching changes, Brian Dable, he moved on, and you guys promoted Ken Dorsey to your offensive coordinator, who was the Bills' QB coach and passing coordinator. Man, you guys finished last year 11-6. So are the Bills going to be able to improve on that?
Yes.
I guess we'll let the big Bill fan in the room, Michael. How are the Bills going to do this year?
I thought that was you. You're the one asking to join the fan base over here, not me.
I mean, I am the biggest Bill fan there is. So
I gotcha. They're gonna win the division. I think they're probably gonna either stay 11-6 or 12-5, maybe. I still see that being where they're at, not because they're bad or any means, but 12-5 and 11-6 are still really good, especially with the AFC. We've talked about it multiple times. How stacked the AFC is, and being able to win in that division is going to be tough. Or in that conference is going to be tough. But yeah, I could see 11-6, 12-5 again. So.
I'm sorry. Is this Michael saying that the Patriots are not going to win the division, and it will in fact be the Buffalo Bills?
Oh, I've always said that it's going to be the Bills.
Just making sure. I just wanted to be said again. Yeah, I think they're going to improve. I think 13, 14 wins this year. In all honesty, I think they're going to just catch fire and play great all year. I think that they are the 2023 Super Bowl champions. That would be my pick. Unless Tom Brady comes out and says that officially this is his last year. If that's the case, then he'll win the Super Bowl and end it on that. But if not, the Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl this year. I'm excited for everything. Josh Allen is incredible. I've never been happier to eat my words on that. I'm a big Boise State fan. Obviously, why I would love the Khalil Shakir pick. So I watched Josh Allen in college, and I was like, dude, this guy's awful.
It's terrible.
Awful. Like, he's got a cannon of an arm. Great. And they're talking about this dude like he's a god. And he changed everything he needed to, and he worked really hard, and I'm happy he did because he's an exciting player. You guys just improved offensively. You guys picked up James Cook, helped running the football. If you guys can get an actual running production that isn't just Josh Allen, I think that's going to help improve. Picking up somebody like Von Miller is a really good pickup. Getting Tre'Davious White back in the secondary, he is a top 10 corner in the NFL. I'm excited to see what they can do. I really am. They're going to be really fun to watch this year, and that's who I'm going to be rooting for. So I say they get better. Dylan?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of go with 14 wins. Maybe even 15. I honestly don't know who they are going to lose to if they, other than just the regular trip ups of just playing another great team. But I think they're not going to have a lot of trouble with the AFC unless it's snowing, and then they might have an issue with the Patriots. But I mean, other than that, like, there's not really a team that is going to slow down Josh Allen. They have way too many weapons. They have the system in place for a while now. It's not like a new system or anything like that. They should have everyone back and healthy. And I would say, they could push for a 15-win season. And I don't think that is crazy talk. Like we said, I mean, they have a top 3 offense and a top 3 defense, essentially, scoring-wise. So, if you project that across the whole season, typically that means you're going to be over 12 wins. For some reason, the Colts went in and kicked the Bills' butt in Buffalo. I don't think that would happen again if we went in there. But yeah, I would say 14 to 15 wins is where I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm super high on them. Regular season wise, off season wise, anything can happen. It's whoever's the hottest at the time. And you might get a little drained if you're winning 15 games in the regular season. So, we never know what's going to go on. But I would say, yeah, they're the best looking team right now, especially adding Von Miller. I think that's just such a good move. You get that closer, as they say. So, yeah, I would say that. I think the worst thing that they would do it as far as, like, being relatively healthy, because no one stays healthy. I think the worst that they would do is 11 wins. That would be the worst they would do, healthy and all. But I would say they're 14, 15 wins.
I totally on board with that. Mikey's loving the idea that another team in the AFC East is going to absolutely annihilate him for the next 20 years, and it's going to be really fun for him to watch. Apart from that, though, if you guys have made it to the end of this video, we do greatly appreciate it. We have hit 100 subscribers, so thank you guys. Bills Mafia, help us improve that subscriptions. So make sure you guys hit that like button, click that subscribe button. Make sure you guys turn on that notification bell so you're notified when we make more videos. Apart from that, though, we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
Peace out.